Let's make my gem-inspired red lentil nut burgers. Trust me, you're going to love this recipe. Here are some of the delicious ingredients I'm going to be using today to make my beautiful lentil burgers. So I have some mixed seed here, an array of lovely veg, some eggs, my gem walnuts, and the star of the show is these gorgeous gem red lentils. So let's get started. The red lentils now are in the pot, so I'm just going to be covering those with some cold water and popping this on the heat, and they're taking around 30 minutes or so to cook. Now, while my lentils are cooking, I'm going to prepare my vegetables. So I'm going to peel 2 carrots here and roughly chop them. And I'm going to chop this onion in half. And I'm going to be blitzing these in a food processor. Now, if you don't have a food processor, that's completely fine. You can just chop them by hand just to make sure that they're nice and small. Vegetables are prepared. I have just roughly diced my carrots. I have left my cloves of garlic whole and my chilli whole, leaving the seeds in for a little bit of heat. And then I have just chopped up some onions as well. Before I put those through the food processor, I'm going to be doing my dry ingredients. So I have a mixture of seeds here. You can just use one type of seed if you have it at home, whether that be pumpkin, sunflower, sesame, whatever it is that you have, and my gem walnuts. And I'm just going to be blitzing those ever so slightly in the food processor just to break them up. And then I'm going to be adding them to my bowl. After that's done, I'll start doing each individual vegetable then, and then that'll be all ready to go for my lentils to be added in. That's my lentils cooked. They're lovely and soft. So I have just popped those onto a tray and spread them out. I'm going to allow these to cool down for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to pop them into the fridge for about half an hour just for them to cool down a little bit more before I mix it with my vegetables. That's all my delicious vegetables and nuts and seeds all in here. So just going to give that a mix together. And once my lentils are cooled, I'll be able to add those in. But for now, I'm going to start adding in the rest of the delicious ingredients. To this, I'm going to be adding in 100 grams of breadcrumbs, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Next up is 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And our seasonings, salt, pepper. I'm using dried sage here. You can use thyme or fresh rosemary is lovely as well. And I'm just going to combine all of that together. Next goes in my lentils, and I'm just going to mix all of this through until it's fully combined. Don't forget to taste your mix at this point. So I've just given mine a quick taste and it needed more salt. So I've just added in a little bit more salt here. And to that now, I'm going to be adding in my flour. And this is going to help bind everything together so it holds its shape and it holds together when you're frying it on the pan. If you are celiac, you can use gluten-free flour and just leave out the breadcrumbs, or use gluten-free breadcrumbs as well. So again, just going to mix this together until there is no trace of flour left. And then I'll be shaping these into my burgers. So that's my 10 lentil burgers shaped out. I just coated my hand with a little bit of flour as I was shaping them. So I'm going to pop these into the fridge for about half an hour just to help them firm up before I pan fry them. So I've just heated my pan up here with a little bit of oil, and now I'm going to be popping in my lentil burgers. Don't overfill your pan at this point, so I'll fit about 2 in here, and I'm going to sear them on either side for about 5 minutes in total until they're nice and crispy and warm all the way through. And that's it, guys. That is my super tasty and delicious gem-inspired red lentil nut burgers. So easy to make and just perfect for the summer. If you do try this recipe out at home, please do let us know. And also keep an eye out on the Gem social media for a new series called Baking Gems with Shane, where I will be answering all of your baking questions. Talk to you all soon.